Hello guys, my name is SolarTz. Welcome back to another video. I guess you weren't expecting RWBY shipping because, I don't really like shipping that much, or I like it, I just don't understand shipping a bunch of random characters that never interacted. But I want to make this video because shipping is a prevalent thing in the RWBY fandom, and I think this video would be good and an eye-opener. So with that being said, I wanted to introduce you guys to this video, RWBY shipping and how it's just more than Bumbleby. First off, I wish to talk about why shipping is good. Shipping is the relationship between two characters. For this case, we're going to be talking about romance because most people refer to shipping as romantic. Shipping is good for a plethora of reasons. However, the most important is for story and writing. Shipping can improve execution. Shipping can improve writing. Shipping can improve two characters and make them more relatable. And I know there are some people who like shipping for cuteness, for love effects, for rivalries even, but I wish to talk about writing and execution because those are the things that are important. I'm not talking about characters that look cute, and this is because many characters can look cute together. If you frame something up as such, any character can look cute together, and I will not be talking about that. I only wish to talk about canon and certain things that have been sprinkled in with some popular ships, but that's it. However, shipping also has its faults. Shipping has done irreversible damage to multiple communities. Shipping has gotten so bad to where creators and fans have also been harassed. And you may sit there and say, okay, well that's only a fandom issue, it's not like it affects the story, but bad shipping can affect the plot overall. If writers cave towards fans and the ship doesn't have proper setup, but the writers only wish to include it for said fans, this can do irreversible damage to the stories and characters, making them hollow. There are many instances where shipping is good and there are many instances where shipping is bad. This video isn't to call all of these ships good and or bad. This video is to put a highlight on other ships besides Bumblebee and show how they could be good. This does not mean I am a supporter of these ships. This just means I am finding value in these ships. There's a difference. The benefits of WhiteRose. Now, before I get into all of these ships, I just wish to state one thing, and that is, I know a lot of people care about LGBTQ representation. I understand it and I get it, and that's very important. However, that will not be a factor in any of these ships I mentioned. Yes, it is good that they have LGBTQ rep. I'm not saying it isn't. However, there are many people who sit here and support ships just off of that one foundation. And in my opinion, I think that is a very shaky foundation. It is okay to like a ship if it has LGBTQ rep, but that should not be the only reason you like a ship. Anyways, the benefits of WhiteRose. The color design. Weiss's color design has always had accents of red, and that has always looked beautiful. I think shipping WhiteRose is good because of the color naming rule. It reinforces a core principle of the series. Also, it has a progressive storyline. These characters have once hated each other. Maybe hate is a bit of a strong word, more like disliked each other, but these characters weren't friends and they have grown to like each other, understand each other, care for each other, protect each other, and things of that nature. And that's also really amazing for this ship. This ship also just supports each other. Like, they support each other and don't take away from each other. There are certain ships where things are shoved in your face and it just feels like you're being forced to look at it. This ship feels very subtle. It's there and it feels like a friendship, and if it was to turn into something more, it benefits the characters, but it also doesn't hinder the audience, which is something you don't want in a ship. A ship should not feel suffocating to the audience. It should be there, it should have its moments, but it shouldn't take away too much from the series. The characters in this ship, and from what we have gotten so far, don't take away from the other cast, and they only add on to themselves. I think WhiteRose has a lot of benefits to it. BlackSun. I think this also has a lot of benefits. First, the progression for Faunus. Now, this one had more progression towards the White Fang in that plot that got scrapped, but this also just has progression for Faunus as a whole. Blake has always been heavily intertwined with the Faunus. It's one of her big motivators, her big thing. Sun also helped her with that. This gives good motivation and progress for the Faunus plot as a whole. And like we just mentioned, this has Blake intertwined with it, and this has amazing progression for Blake. As we've seen, Sun has been the person to reel her in during those moments, to check on her when she gets sad, depressed, tunnel vision on Torchwick, things of that nature. He's always been there to help, always be there to provide, always been there to be cool. And that's something that is amazing for Blake, because in my personal opinion, when I started watching RWBY, I thought Blake was boring. And I've rewatched RWBY multiple times, and she has always been just the most boring character to me. But next to Sun, she always lightens up. She always becomes a better character, a more meaningful character. So for personal enjoyment, I think Blake benefits a lot from this, but also it gives Sun something to do. And what I mean by that is Sun has felt like he's been there to just help Blake in the past. That's kind of what Sun has felt like he's there for. When Blake's in trouble, throw Sun in the mix. He'll be the person to pull her out, help her, give her a talk, and then he leaves and goes back to doing whatever he was doing previously. And that's amazing because it shows that Sun is caring and supportive, but you also want Sun to be something else. And I know this sounds kind of backwards. Why are you mentioning the benefits of BlackSun, but then you're saying Sun shouldn't be too much near Blake? Well, it gives Sun something to do. Currently, Sun doesn't have anything to do in the series, so Sun hasn't been mentioned in the series. He's had a cameo, but he's not doing anything. And sure, we may get more Sun moments in the future because of Vacuo, but besides that, we haven't gotten anything with Sun. So BlackSun does a lot for Sun as a character. It builds him up, it makes him more mature, and there's a lot of things you can explore with this character and make him feel more connected to the viewer. And I don't think I have to mention this one, but you know, good build up in chemistry. This is, like I said, this was built up since the beginning, and it seems like they've always had good chemistry with each other, so you could just keep it pushing and things would have been fine. Obviously, it wouldn't work anymore because of Bumbleby, but it had the potential to work. The benefits of Arkos. Obviously, this was a official ship and it is gone now, but this benefited John and this benefited Pyrrha heavily. Both of them became more complete characters because of this ship, and it was a heavy focus in Volume 1 all the way through 3, and it built up John's character so nicely that it still affects him to this day. Pyrrha, more just used for her death now, but she was still a symbol back at home, and that's really amazing. This benefited the story and characters beautifully, and overall it was really good. Sure, some people could say it was a bit more suffocating back in the day because it was more in your face, but I personally enjoyed each moment we got. I didn't feel like it was suffocating, and it built up a character that needed to be built up while making Pyrrha feel so much more human and just not the invincible girl we all know her as. The benefits of Renora. Well, first off, it was the ship in the beginning. Yeah, most people can say, yeah, we're not together, but it was still a big thing in the series. Most people knew it, most people considered that to be Ren's girlfriend, or that's, you know, Nora's boyfriend, but most people saw them as a package deal. They would come together, they would be together, and it was all things like that until you got, you know, their backstory, and that was also really good. Childhood trauma and connection. That's not me being sarcastic. I actually really did like their backstory. I really did enjoy their designs. Music was cool, all of that jazz. But this ship benefited both of the characters, and it's still continuing to benefit the characters as of now. I hope Viz Media doesn't do anything where they make Renora break up now that they're technically on this split because Nora's trying to find herself. I hope they actually get back together and understand each other and just take this time apart to get themselves together, to build themselves up, because I feel like that's what's needed. A lot of people, once you've been in a relationship for too long, you cling on to the other person. That person becomes a part of your identity, so much so that you don't have your own identity to go off of. Nora needs to find who Nora is, even if she already knows who Nora is, even if Nora's character is just be strong and hit stuff, and even if she's the exact same Nora she was in Volume 1 when she was with Ren. It's something that you need to find out yourself. Are you the same person with this person, or are you a completely different person when you're not with this person? It's a journey we all have to go on, and it's a journey we all think about when we're in a relationship for so long. But also, this makes for something very relatable, and it's also something for Ren to grow as a character. Maybe be more vocal, maybe be more caring, maybe be more expressive. You never know. I'm not saying Ren should be the chatterbox, but maybe just say your opinions every now and then instead of being so much more reserved, so much more cool, so much more relaxed. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunity to grow here, and I hope it keeps up. The benefits of Bumbleby. Fauna's benefit for Blake. I truly believe they could do something amazing with Blake if you push with Yang. Obviously, Faunists are looked down upon by humans. So you would want Yang to be there to be the supporter saying, hey, all faunists aren't bad. All humans also aren't bad. Because if you think about it from a standpoint, if the faunists are getting demeaned by humans, the faunists would grow to resent humans and the humans would grow to resent faunists. There would be a clear split and divide as a whole. But if you have somebody like Blake saying, I'm dating a human, there's opportunity for us here. Humans respect us, they love us, they care for us, they're changing. Yes, there's a lot of bad humans, but there's also a lot of good humans, and I found love in one. It could be beneficial for Blake as a character, it could be beneficial for Faunus as a plot, and it could help the series as a whole. However, there's another route you can go with this. However, I cannot spoil that route because, Viz Media, hire me, please. I'm right here. Viz, look at me, please. I'm right here. Hire me. No, but in all honesty, there's a other route I went with Bumbleby for my writing in terms of getting hired. And if I was to get hired, that writing would, come out. But if I didn't get hired, I guess I'll just do whatever stays in the draft. But that being said, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully there's no shipping discourse in my comments. That's going to be really annoying. And, if it isn't, cool. We survived, and if there is, I hate my life. With that being said, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Check out Neo Soul. I don't know if you can hear, but there's cold coming up my fucking throat, and I hate it so much. But yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm sorry, I had to get it out. It was killing me. And yeah, peace.